Hi, everyone. Dayna here, your relocation agent for Madison, Wisconsin. I am coming to you today to talk about the top 5 most walkable neighborhoods in Madison, Wisconsin. So, if you care about living somewhere where you can walk to the grocery store, to cafes, to what's going on, to the bike path, or if you just love visiting these areas of the city, tune in because this video is for you. Madison has a great reputation for being bike friendly and pedestrian friendly. And I'm so excited to go over these top 5 neighborhoods because, to be honest, they're my favorite neighborhoods in Madison. So this is going to be an easy one to talk about. So before we dive in, let's talk about what makes a walkable neighborhood. Okay. Walkability is all about how easy and convenient it is to get around on foot. Key factors include having essential amenities like shops and parks nearby, as well as maintained sidewalks and a mix of fun places to live, maybe to rent if that's the season of life you're in, and then also places to go. Okay, so number 1, downtown, the Capitol Square. It's the heart of Madison. It is always busy, there's a lot going on, and it has an historic charm. It's very convenient living downtown because you're able to walk to so many restaurants, shops, and cultural attractions. I don't even know where to get started. I could talk about coffee shops, but I could also talk about things like the Children's Museum, which is so cool. And there's a lot going on, especially in summer, of course. Concerts on the square are up by the Capitol. The farmers market is around the Capitol. Live on King Street happens, which is a free, huge concert where they block off Martin Luther King. There is just so much going on downtown. That's where I first worked when I lived here, and it was such a great way to network with people. I got to meet so many people. You kind of run into the same downtown people who live there and work there. And it's like one big happy family. So, a lot of cool things. There's also areas for recreation besides for the shops. You can go walk over to the Monona Terrace and go up to the top, and it looks over Lake Monona. Sometimes it's kind of windy, but I used to live in an apartment right over there, and I would just go and sit there and meditate or do yoga or read. Not a lot of people go up there, at least during lunchtime, it seems. So it's definitely a fun oasis. And there's other convenient things downtown, like Walgreens, like little things like that. It's really nice to have. So the Capitol Square is your one stop shop. And not to mention, State Street is just right off of there, leading you to a million other things. And it's really fun to walk through the Capitol and just be part of the heart of Wisconsin, really, which is so cool. All right, number 2 most walkable neighborhood is the Willie Street area. This is near and dear to my heart. I used to live there with my sister. This is in the Williamson and Marquette neighborhood. Just love this neighborhood. It is a vibrant and eclectic atmosphere, and the streets are tree lined, and there's like a lot of local businesses. There's beautiful homes on Jennifer Street or all along Lake Monona, and there's the Willie Street Co-op, which is the grocery store of all farmed local groceries and just like the best products. I wish I wouldn't have started going there because now I can't stop. It's a lot of money. But once you start eating organic like that and local, it's a really fun place, and it really builds community. They do a lot of fun things there. Also in the Willie Street area is fun restaurants like Weary Travelers, super cozy during the winter, or Mickey's Tavern. Madison Sourdough, love their bread, love going there for soup and a sandwich. Cafe Domestique is there with also their bike shop nearby. So like if you're a biker, you come off the bike path, you can get a coffee and get your bike fixed on or go buy one. It is great. There are so many accessible biking and pedestrian paths there. Everything you need. Also, a lot of healing companies there as well. Baraka, which is like an African restaurant. I mean, you name it, there's just like everything. And the people are really cool and they're different, they're eclectic, and that makes life really fun. And there's also fun things there during the summer, like the Orton Park Festival, which is a huge park over off of Willie Street. And then also the Willie Street Festival, which you have to check out the parade because like the first time I went there was literally like a group of people holding kale as part of the parade. I forgot what they were advertising, but I just was like, this is so cool. The Madison Circus people are on their like huge bikes, and yeah, it's a fun time. So, Willie Street area, number 2. The third most walkable neighborhood for Madison, Wisconsin is Monroe Street. Monroe Street has a blend of residential charm and also some commercial convenience. It is also the street that has Trader Joe's, the only Trader Joe's in Madison. So highly sought after. The parking's a little wonky, to be honest. So I can't bother because I don't live over there, but I know everybody loves Trader Joe's. So it's a good area. There's also other great things on Monroe Street, like Bloom Bakery. Lake Wingra is over there, where you can go rent paddleboard and kayaks and take it out on Lake Wingra, which is a smaller lake than the Monona and Mendota. And it's like, oh, it's just so fun during the summer. Really fun. And you can get a paddle boat if you have a family as well. Like there's something for everyone. There's also Strictly Discs, which my husband is like obsessed with. You can get your records there, and like, you know, they come out with new ones every Friday or once a month, something like that. It's really cool. And Monroe Street just feels really charming because you have Edgewood College and the private Edgewood School there, and kind of nicer homes. And yeah, it's a good blend and feels a little more residential than some of the other neighborhoods. Also, Gates and Brovie, I have to give a shout out to that restaurant. It's like the best restaurant. Okay. The number 4 neighborhood for walkable, which in my opinion should be number 1, because this is where my husband and I first lived, the Schenk-Atwood neighborhood. Typically, local Madison residents really just call it the Atwood neighborhood. Like the best atmosphere ever. It's just, Atwood is just really just like one street. And there's Monty's Blue Plate Diner, there's Nutcrack, there's Alchemy, and One Barrel is there, although I think it's moving. There's just like really good cafes, restaurants, and cute little like window shops to walk by. And it's smaller, and which makes it more fun. And again, like if you hang out in that neighborhood, you're going to run into the same people over and over again. And the homes are beautiful. Walking, you know, outside of the Atwood area through the neighborhood of homes, actually towards Lake Yahara or towards Goodman Center is really nice. By the way, Goodman Center, so great for the community, for kids, and even it has adult classes there and things like that. During the summer, there's Atwood Fest, which is really fun. They block off the street and there's vendors and music. Also, there's Table Wine there, which is like such a good place to buy your wine from. I love learning from them in regards to like single origin and things like that. Super fun. And then just down the road from Atwood is Ulbrich Gardens, which is such a highlight. Those are our botanical gardens in Madison, free, donation-based. They're amazing. And then also recently, Garver Feed Mill got all built up, which is off of Atwood. That has Ledger Coffee and other businesses like Ian's Pizza and Perennial Yoga and Kosa and a photographer. And it's like this big old building that they turned into shops and places to hang out. And again, this is all off the bike path. So the bike path takes us all the way from downtown, you know, to Monroe Street if you want to go west, to Willie Street area if you want to go east, all the way to Atwood. It's just awesome. And then to the north is the Tenney Lapham neighborhood, which is where we're headed next. Number 5, last most walkable neighborhood is the Tenney Lapham neighborhood. It is closer to Lake Mendota, and it is beautiful. There is a beautiful lake going, not lake, like a little pond stream thing going through Tenney Park, which actually the highlight of that is wintertime. When it freezes over, ice skating on that is so much fun. It's really, really fun. And you can do it even if you're not an ice skater. Everybody's very welcoming and very nice to each other on the ice. There's a lot of walkable paths over there to access Lake Mendota. You can also walk over to James Madison Park, which is along Lake Mendota. And the Tenney Lapham neighborhood is really great because it's really peaceful, really quiet. There's a lot of residential areas there. And then you're headed towards kind of the Eakin Park area where now there's good cafes, bars, and restaurants over there as well. So it's a very central location. It's so close to downtown, but it's also really nice because it's a little bit quieter if you want to be really close to downtown, but also like feel like you're in a residential neighborhood. So those are our 5 walkable neighborhoods. downtown Madison, Willie Street, Monona, Schenk-Atwood, and Tenney Lapham, all amazing neighborhoods to either live in or simply just to visit. What's great about Madison is parking is always easy. You just got to go there. You got to park your car, put your walking shoes on, and walk around and just explore, get lost, and just have fun. Or bring your bike because biking is really fun too. Okay. Thank you guys so much for listening today. Let me know what other questions you have about relocating to Madison. What do you want to hear about? What would be helpful as you're trying to relocate? Because I relocated like 8 years ago and I can't remember like what I Googled when I was coming here. Please subscribe, leave comments, like, do all the things to help me with starting this YouTube channel. I'd really appreciate it. And I can't wait to hopefully work with you in the future. Thank you. Bye.